nothing in that surrounding area. It was in the suburbs of Chennai. Today that area has really developed well. And TFC was the only organization that would lend money to us at that time. We borrowed about 6.8 crores at a very high rate of 24% interest. In fact, when I look at Anup Bali, I still feel like he's a loan shark. He took a lot of money away from me at that time, but he gave me the money. And our success came from our ability to repay the loans on time. And that gave us a very good financial standing, and credibility in the market, which made us, borrow money at better rates of interest for the next hotel that we built in Bangalore, which was in Whitefield again. It is not exactly Bangalore. We never, buy any land in the middle of the city to build a hotel at all. We try to build hotels where none exist, where there is a pent-up demand for hotels. And in fact, I would like to call ourselves a suburban hoteliers. In Chennai, we did the same thing. In Bangalore, when we went to Whitefield, we did the same. We built a hotel where we were the second 100-bedroom hotel to open there after Ginger did. And I'm very happy to say that when we opened the hotel, from the first week itself, we clocked occupancies upwards of 95%. And it took us only 3 years to pay the loan back. And we were very, very successful in the hotel. And Sarovar made a lot of money as well. They tied up with us at that time. And so that was the second hotel. And based on that success, we built a third hotel in Electronic City in Bangalore again. That is quite far from Bangalore for people who know about Karnataka. That was in a land allotted by Karnataka Industrial Areas Development Board again. And that is a 102-bedroom hotel. It can qualify to be a 4-star, but we want to make it a 3-star hotel. And that was again opened in an area which was devoid of hotels when we opened. And even today we do very well. And when we opened first, I should say this. First 3 days, the hotel was vacant, empty, fully staffed, air conditioned, everything running, nobody to come to the hotel, and just stay with us. 3 days later, guest walked in and he stayed with us for a night. Next day morning, he said, I want to check out. So what is the problem? I'm feeling lonely. I am quite frightened to be here all alone. So he checked out of the hotel. And 10 days, there was no business. And after that, Biocon came. Then slowly, business started trickling in. And today, I'm happy to say that you're doing very well in that hotel as well. And all the loans have been paid back. And our strategy has been to make sure that we expand and we consolidate immediately after opening a hotel. We don't go and borrow in the market, because of which we're able to command an excellent rate of interest on the banks. We are always ruthless with the banks when we ask for the rate of interest. We never compromise. They say, give it at this rate, others get out. That's the way we deal with our banks. And so that way we have very good bankers. HDFC Bank is with us, Axis Bank is with us, always eager to give us money for our developments. And today I can say our 3-hotel company is a debt-free company. Totally all the debts have been paid, and which has given us the strength to think about building one more hotel in Chennai. It's a 5-star hotel with 186 rooms. This morning when I was telling Anup I'm opening a 5-star in Chennai, he said, in Chennai, a 5-star? I said, yes, Anup, but I'm not opening among all other hotels. It's in a different place altogether, away from the existing maddening competition in Chennai. So again, it's a suburb hotel, and so where hotel is needed for all the business located in that area. So hopefully by God's grace, we will do well in that area. And for entrepreneurs who want to plunge into this business, I'll say it's quite a glamorous business, like Anup said. However, you make sure that you have enough cash flows to sustain the initial 2 or 3 years of standing required on the market. Many hotels get into trouble because of overspending, and secondly because of not having enough cash flows to pay their loans back in the initial years, and they can't make money from day one, which very, very few hotels do. Such opportunities don't exist anymore. So you have to wait, and you should be ready to take returns. Take the successful chains, for example, in the Indian hotel scenario today. You have Taj, backed by the Tatas, with plenty of money. Then you have Welcome Group, backed by the ITC, plenty of money again. The smaller chains, if you take again, Residency Group, they got a real estate to back it up. GRT in Chennai, they got a jewelry to back it up. So pure hoteliers are very, very less in number. And I'm not discouraging you people from entering into opening a new hotel, but be careful. Just ensure that if you're expanding, don't go overboard and build a couple of hotels at the same time. Do one at a time. Nobody's waiting to give you of course, you'll get awards if you build 10 hotels, I understand, but that's not worth it. Today I'm happier than many of the people who owe a lot of money to the banks. I don't want to name them, but I'm very happy I don't get a call from my bankers at any time. It's only to give me more money if they do call me at all. Anup has been chasing me. And so that way we are very, very careful with our investments, and that has been the secret of our success. And for any entrepreneurs, I'll say again that you should have a mentor whom you want to follow. Like for example, in my life, I was very lucky to come across Mr. Anil Madok, Managing Director of Sarava Hotels, who always keeps cautioning me, Srinivasan, and I like you very much. I don't want you ever to toil in debt. Make sure you borrow less money, build your hotel, be successful. End of the day, even if the 20% occupancy, you should go to bed, and sleep peacefully. And that's one thing I learned from him. And Bakaya always says, if your competitor is doing well, they should be doing something right. Go learn from them. Let's go see what they're doing right. So such people can really help you. And in the local market in Chennai, I always depend on Mr. Nadarajan of GRT Hotels. He is my guide in that. So my guru, I always call and ask him, sir, what is happening? How do you deal with this problem with the government or whatever? He comes up with a ready-made answer immediately. He knows, he's abreast of everything. All the rumors that happen in any field, they don't pass without going into his ears. So he knows everything about that market as well. So I'll tell you people to befriend all the senior minds over here. Like there are so many people with grey hair. They have a lot of knowledge that they possess, which can benefit from. And you should make friends with people who can guide you. So that is the way I've grown in my life. And hoteliering is just sheer hard work. I'll tell you, it doesn't need much intelligence. A lot of hard work. If I were given an option, I would surely go into some other business. Frankly, I'm telling you about it. But it's a cash cow. Once you build your hotel, you pay your debts back. It's a cash cow. You can sit at home and money will keep rolling in. No doubt about it. Yesterday, the convention people were very generous to give my wife a role in Ramoji Film City. If she succeeds, probably, I might go into some other business also. Well, thank you. And any questions you have later, I'll answer them.
Mr. Giri, I think you have been very successful in setting up multiple spa resorts in southern India. And I just want to know, I think it's for the benefit of people, you started implementing, I think, 4 or 5 projects simultaneously. Yeah. And for that, you borrowed money from banks also. Yeah. And you might have had some problems in sourcing of money as well as in development of money. What exactly you faced? Can you share with the participants so that at least they are aware whether in India we should start doing multiple projects simultaneously, whether we have capabilities available in terms of consultants, in terms of various developers who can help you out in doing multiple projects, whether you can control cost, and whether the market which you have entered has really such demand at high rates or not.
Okay, that's a whole bunch of questions, but let me first start by saying that I wish I was in Mr. Srinivasan's shoes, debt-free and rolling in it, but that's not the case right now. When I started off, and I have a great mentor in my father, a great leader in my father who's been in this business for over 30 years, he gave me the same cautions, of trying to be debt-free, trying to this thing, and I really respect that. But when Windflower was set up, it was set up by what I call a team of people who wanted to build an organization. We wanted to build a brand. We believed there was a niche for experiential tourism in what we call a masstige brand. It's aspirational, affordable, and it's alternative. It's alternative to the, I wouldn't say the Tajes and the Oberois because they're at a much higher segment, but it's definitely alternative to the Gateway or the Fortune and various other brands. Coming to the question of debt, it is a sticking point in India. When I came back in India and I was working as reservations manager in Sheraton, the little homework that I'd done in Orlando, the cost of debt abroad is drastically lower, whereas in India it's 10 times, it's at least 10% more than that. So the question of debt becomes a problem when you don't manage your costs. And we set out with our equity partners, HDFC, to build rooms at a certain cost. And this required a lot of rethinking of the entire process. One was we had to gain control of a site, not in the traditional sense of just topography. We had to figure out how we will cut costs by not building corridors. Because corridors add up about 7 to 8% of built up space, and at 1,000 rupees add up huge costs. So when we started building these resorts, we said we're going to do what we internally call simple common sense design. We cut off things like VRV systems. We said we'll go with split air conditioning. How it actually helped us is we did not really require the 40,000, 50,000 rupee maintenance guy to manage these things. We could get somebody who was earning about 15, 20,000 rupees to manage the air conditionings. So things like that. So setting up these resorts, yes, did we have the backup to implement multiple projects? Because we built 6 projects in a span of 3 years, in a span of actually 30 months from groundbreaking to operations. It was possibly the toughest task. Got a lot of grey hair doing it. In Kerala, which is a difficult situation to set up, we set up a 40-room resort in 14 months from the day of acquisition of land to operations. The key to this was great planning, and of course the major backbone for this was the experience that my father carried in terms of construction. We set up a strong team for liaison locally in each destination. We had GMs involved from day one, working on permissions at various levels. And the idea was to include the design concept, gaining of control of the site, and the permissions prior to construction. The day we identified the site, every department went into work. In terms of debt stress, yes, I'm not going to say that we did not have any stresses. We did have stresses for the first 2 years because occupancies in leisure destinations do take time to catch up. But I am confident or happy to say that if not market leaders, we're probably second to the market leaders in all the destinations we have the branded Windflowers. Bangalore being an exception. In Mysore, we have the highest ARR. In Coorg, we have great occupancy rates and possibly the highest recovery per room. That is in terms of F&B and spa and room revenue. In Wayanad, I think we've set a trend. We've forced existing market leaders like Y3 Resort to revamp the resorts, go up, and they've actually started charging more than us right now. In Pondicherry, I think we set a different standard in terms of how we started selling our rooms and the occupancies we've been able to achieve. And I think the other people who've done really well in Pondicherry in the market has been Le Pondi in the leisure space. In terms of the post-construction period, are we happy with the destinations we've chosen? I think we're very happy with the destinations we've chosen. Experiential tourism is catching on. Mid-market luxury is, I believe, is the strongest demographic segment that will catch on or which will move the market forward. We believe we have great potential to penetrate the markets of the West, ex-Bombay, ex-Delhi. We believe if we deliver resorts like Windflower and we charge anywhere between 12 to 15,000, we will do really well. The question of the logic of Windflower staying ex-urban areas is to capitalize on urbanization. Urbanization in India is under 18% right now. In a country like Indonesia, it's 38%. So even if the country grows at the pace that Indonesia has grown in the 90s, we should see urbanization hitting about 40%. And if that happens, we have that much more of a demographic to work with. The size of our hotels don't necessarily cater to MICE tourism, but we believe that FIT, experiential tourism, where the money is, we will make a mark in the industry. And Windflower as such has been an asset-heavy company till today because we were trying to build a brand and not too many people would come out and let us flag their hotels. But going forward, we have 3 in the pipeline which we will be flagging. So with that process, I think we'll be going into the asset-light model going forward. And I think as a company, that should really shape our turnovers and shape our health. Thank you.
Mr. Reddy, you have been at a religious place, Tirupati, and what we understand on Tirupati, that Tirupati is a good market for hoteliers, but the room realization from Tirupati is pretty low. We had funded quite a number of hotels there, and we had our own challenges in recovering money from the hoteliers also. And what we realized, though the occupancies used to be 70-75%, but the rates used to be substantially low at 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. What we understood that people who come for religious purposes do not want to spend, and after performing the religious activity want to leave that location as early as possible. So And I understand now you're setting a five-star hotel, and five-star hotel has its own cost. And I think pretty now five-star hotels take around 75 lakh rupees to a crore of rupees for development. And by thumb rule, you require an ARR of 8 to 9,000 rupees at a debt equity ratio of 1:1 to sustain that debt. So how you have planned the project in terms of costing, sourcing? Can you share with our delegates so that they can understand how a premium hotel can also work at a religious location? Yeah, yeah, sure.
So good morning, everybody. So I really thank Sira for giving me this opportunity, especially Mr. Shamraj Garu and the executive committee. It's a privilege for me to talking in this dais with you. So first of all, before going to this young entrepreneur or what are the problems we have faced, I would like to give a small illustration. Like a young entrepreneur got married with a girl, beautiful, gracious. So generally girls would like to go for which places? Any ladies? Please? City? Pilgrimage? Anybody please? Destination should be? Cities. So, Pardon?
Hill station.
Oh, hill station. Okay, newly married. Good. So, good hill station. He has taken a hill station. So, they wanted to go for a hill station. So, they have planned. How do we go? What should be the plan? What should be the action plan? So, they inquired all the cost. Like, how should we go for? It's a rail, a road, or a by flight. So, they inquired all the cost. Finally, they decided to be rail should be the much comfortable. Either it should be mid-segmented. So, they're going for a rail to the hill station. So, the appointed time has come. So, everybody has packed their luggages. They've been going to the railway station. So generally a newly married couple, so he cannot shout at her. So she has got 2-3 baggages with a backup kit, everything. So they started going to the railway station. So as usual, it's got delayed because of the makeup or whatever the reasons. So they have been delaying in that. So when they arrived at the railway station, it is only 5 minutes there. So he picked up the luggages. She is walking very slowly. Then he said, give me the bag. Let me carry this. Please walk along with me. So the station, when he reaches the station, the train is in the other, platform. So he has to take up all the way to that runway, and then he should go to the other platform. So he is taking both the luggages. She's just following her. So when she got a call. So he's taken a call. Then he said, no, not calling fast. Let's go fast because train will go off. She's removed her cell also, put it in his pocket, and then started walking down. So when he finally went up to this thing and then reached the other platform, the train is ready to depart. So then he just boarded into that. He put all the luggages inside. Then he's relaxed. Then he sees back. His wife is missing. So what should I do? So when everything has happened rightly well, then he is searching for his wife, whether she has boarded into the thing. He does not know that she is clever enough because his intimacy is not there for so many days. Whether it is her wife is very good, she is very good at analyzing the things. She could have boarded into the other bogie or whatever it is. He does not know. So he started thinking on this. Then he started calling. His cell is also ringing in his pocket because he has taken his wife's cell also to this. So when he finally goes there, when he speaks to her, when he again goes out of the train and then sees she is slowly walking down there. So he again picks it up and then make them sit in the train. So this is an example. So why do we lose this? So when we compare this thing to a young entrepreneur, there's a lot of things in this. The first thing is he wanted to go for a trip. That is the new project he wanted to go for. So the new project is always a costly thing, like wife. So generally in the hotel industry, you call whenever, every time any wife will definitely say, you are with the first wife? Yes. When even in the cell, it will first wife means his business. So he always puts his wife as a first wife as a business, his hotel. So he's always with his first wife. So when you call it as a wife, it's a costly affair. When you want to have his wife, it's a costly, definitely yes. So when he goes to that, he has to plan his